Hello, Robbie, Susan, Chandler here, and are you kidding me? Or better yet, are you kidding with me? If you're not, then today I'm going to show you one of the reasons you should be, and I want to talk about a special Stampin' Up is offering. Starting Monday, our kits will be on sale 10 to 30% off from the 6th through the 8th. And I'm going to share some of those kits with you at the end of this video that will be on sale so you can get an idea of what some of them look like. But today I want to share this one with you, and let me get this out of the way so we can get this in full picture. This one's called the Welcoming Garden Kit. Welcoming Garden Kit, and it makes 9 cards, 3 of each design here, and we're going to put these together real quick so I can show you. Now what's really nice, not only do you get the cards, but look at these beautiful envelopes that are included. You get 9 of these. Aren't this gorgeous? Now in your kit you'll get this piece of paper with some instructions, and they show you the pieces that you'll need for each card, and it's card 1, 2, 3. And there's also a little scan on the back or a website that'll tell you where you can go to watch another video on how to put this together. But why should you watch another one when you can watch mine? Anyway, let's get to making this card. Now when you open your box, there'll be some supplies in there. You'll get a block with our kits. If there's stamping involved, they give you a block. You also get a stamp set, and I've put one of the stamps on here, and here's some of the sentiments that come with it. They give you all the sentiments that you'll need. Now the adhesive they send you is this roll of adhesive, but I like to use my Tombow glue usually instead of these, but you can use these, and that way you wouldn't have to have the Tombow. They send you an ink spot of crumb cake. They send you a pack of dimensionals. You can see I've been using these up. And well, with the stamp set, they actually give you this little piece of paper that shows you what the stamps say. This one says, thanks, just a note, thinking of you, and then we've got this streak we're going to use in part of our fence. Like I said, there's the envelopes, your card bases. This is 2 of the card bases. This is 1 of the card bases. And then you have all these little pieces to punch out for your sentiments. And then some of the pieces are the ones that are involved on the cards. So everything's in there that you'll need, and they come in this nice little box like this. So let's get this out of the way so we can see how to make these cards. All right, let's look at the first one. I really like this one. It looks like this, and look, we've got this little gate that opens. Look at that. Thinking of you today, and the front says hello. So let's see how we put this one together. You're going to start with this base, and they give you this piece, and we're just going to, I'm just put a little glue down at the bottom across here and put it down first, and this goes even with the bottom of your card front, just like that. Alright, and your next piece are the fences. Now the fence actually comes plain, and you have to stamp your fence design on it. I've already done that, and then you have to stamp part of it over here, and also there's another piece where you have to stamp part of it. Now since this gate opens, I felt like I needed to stamp the back too, because when you open it you don't want an empty looking gate on the back. So I did that on mine. They did not do it on theirs, but I felt like that was something that needed to be done. So now let's just stick down one side of this fence and gate. So we're going to put it over here, and I'm just going to put that little post even with the bottom, and then we'll put our other one on the other side. And this was stamped with the crumb cake ink spot that they send in the kit. All the stamping was done with the crumb cake. Alright, let's put this one right there. Okay, now we have some little fence posts, and they came just like this. And let's just pop those on there. I used a lot of dimensionals on these cards so you could see from my little sheet how many was missing. Alright, let's just pop this one on here. There's one fence post. And let's do the other one. Alright, here we go. Alright, now our hello goes right on the front of our little gate there, and we'll just stick it right here. There you go. And then our thinking of you today actually goes in here. Now, they put it up here, but I wanted to put it down there on that bottom part so it wouldn't have those pretty flowers. So thinking of you today. And you know, you still have, nope, it's not straight, there we go. You still have the inside you can open up and stamp something else or write what you want to. All right, now we've got some flowers to put on here. So they give us one of these daisies. And let's just, I'm gonna pop it right here below that one so it's kind of hanging over the fence. And then they give us this one that looks like, I guess, a delphinium. And it goes right up there. I'm not sure about the name of that one. Now this one looks like a hydrangea to me. And I'm gonna put one right here a little over the fence. And we'll do one here. I love the way that these extra flowers they sent us make the flowers look dimensional instead of just flat. It really just adds, and one there. All right, and there's that card. Isn't that one cute? And I really like this gate that opens like this. So that's card number 1. All right, let's do card number 2. And this is card number 2. Isn't this one gorgeous? And then you could write your sentiment inside. So we're going to first, we have this white piece back there. We're actually going to do a little stamping on that. I didn't do it ahead of time. They sent us this little piece here, and they stamped it. Let me get it straight. They stamped it once here, and then they did another one right here, and then they added another one down here at the bottom. So that's all they did on that piece. You notice I used my big pad because I didn't want to try to ink that up with that little spot. Okay, so now that we have that piece, let's look at our card base. We have the same card base that we had on the last one, and we're just going to adhere it down. And I just put it down flat. One of the few things I didn't dimensional. So let's put it right here in the middle. And you could leave this piece off. It would make your other pieces maybe stand out more. All right, and then we have these two pieces. Now I put dimensionals on the back of this, so let me peel those off, and that's probably gonna make it fun putting this greenery on. But I want to show you how I did the greenery. I kind of wrapped it around this gate because I wanted it to peek through. Let's see if I can do it without it sticking everywhere. All right, I got my dimensionals all. All right, so this piece is really even with the bottom, like that. And then I just kind of pulled some of these pieces around the edge so they're peeking around, growing in this little gate, which I thought it looked better if they were growing through there. Let's see what I can do with this one. I think this one I pulled, nope, don't stick yet. This one I pulled over here, like that. So there, see, we have them peeking around. I think they look much better that way. I'm going to stick this one farther over. And then we just stick this piece down. And that one doesn't seem to want to, here we go. All right, and then we just stick it down right on top of this. Leave a little space at the bottom and at the top. You just kind of want to center it. Here we go. All right, isn't that pretty there, just like it's set by itself? All right, now we have the Just a Note, and that's one of the stamps in the set. We're going to put that right here at the middle of the gate. I love this wrought iron looking gate. And now we've got some flowers here we want to put on. I think the flowers really make it. It really made a difference when I started putting the flowers on. It's like, yeah, it really pops it, gives it some color. All right, here's a group of 3. I think we'll just put them right here. And we've got another group of 3. I'm going to put them right over here, kind of under that sentiment. And then one more group of 3. And it's going to go down here at the bottom, like that. And then we've got these 3 singles, and we're just going to scatter them around. I'm going to scatter one here, and one over here, and you can put them anywhere you want to. These are just the places I chose to put them. And let's just put one over here on this side to even them off. So there we have the second card. Now, wasn't that quick and easy, and isn't that beautiful? And like I said, you can write your sentiment on the inside. All right, and let's look at the third one. I really like this third one too. Wait till you see it. It's this gate, but look what happens when you open it. Look at that, a little pathway. And then you can, it even has it duplicated on the side, and then you write your sentiment in there. So let's see how we put this one together. Now the card base comes like this, and you have to fold this over. So you want to make sure that you fold it, that you get it folded in the right place. Don't let me bend that down. So I'm going to burnish that really good. All right, so that's the card base. Now, what we put on this one, there aren't really a whole lot of pieces. This is the easiest one. We're going to put the birdhouse. We're going to pop up a birdhouse right here. We're going to put a little thanks on the front of the gate, like that. And make sure you have your dimensionals so they hit the post, because if you don't, then your card's going to stick down like I did on that one. I didn't do a good job anyway. I have to move that one. But you probably should put your dimensionals on the little post first. And then we've got some flowers, and they just kind of go on top of the flowers that are here. Let me open this up. So we're going to dimensional one there. All right, this one is a double, and it goes right here on this double set, and I kind of offset them a little bit so you can see more flowers. And then one more right here. And that's that card. Wasn't that one hard? But it's so beautiful. I love it. See how dimensional it looks? There's your birdhouse, your flowers, and you open it up. So there are the three cards in this kit. Let me lay them all down here so you can see them. Isn't that a beautiful kit? And I'll tell you again, it's called Welcoming Garden Kit, and I'll put a link to it down below. Now I said I was going to share some other kits with you, so let me share some others. Now this one I can't get the whole project in the picture here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This is called the Harvest Home Garland Kit, but I actually made it into a wreath. And I can't get the wreath in the whole picture, but this is the wreath. And it just turned out beautifully. It is a really nice project. Like I said, I can't get the whole thing in there, but you get the general idea. So this is another project that'll be on sale. All you really need with that one is a glue gun and a lot of patience to be able to put all those leaves on. And then we have this one called Maritime Moments. And I think it's a good masculine and a seaside one, but it's boats and pelicans. And these are the three cards. Here's one with boats. Celebrate the good life to a great guy. So I think this was geared towards a masculine kit. Best wishes for a perfect day. So that's one called Maritime Moments. And then we have this one. And this one's a really beautiful, and it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 8 cards in it, and it's called Heirloom Arrangements. And I have a video on this one and a video on the Maritime Moments, and I'll put the links below for those. But these are the cards that come in this one. Let me just move them over here so I can show you. So here's one, and here's another one. Aren't these beautiful? Oh, there's the stamp set that came with it. Here's another one. And this one. There, see, a pack of dimensionals comes in each kit. And then we have this one. And remember, this one's called Heirloom Arrangements. This one's a different direction. And then we have this one. So we're up to 7, and here's number 9. So aren't those beautiful? Let me scoot them over a little bit so you can see all of them. So that's the Heirloom Arrangement kits. So like I said, on Monday the 6th, take a peek at our kits, see which ones are on sale, which ones you like. And I just remembered, there's another one I want to show you. And here's the other one I wanted to show you. It's called Pop-Up Pals. And this is, it only makes 4, but look what they do. Isn't that fun? And here's your dynamite. And we got, now I added the Google eyes because I felt like it needed those eyes there. It's your birthday, go bananas. And then the last one, you're my best friend. It's got the little dog and the cat laying on the rug together. And this one's called Pop-Up Pals. So we have a very nice selection of kits. So you need to check them out Monday and see which ones are on sale and get you a few to put together. So until next time, well, if you need a demonstrator, I'm your girl. If you would like to join my team, we have a joining special right now for $35. You can get $125 in anything you want that's current. Or for $99, you can get $189 of anything you want that's current. Just you could just sign up under me. I'd love to be your demonstrator. So until next time, happy crafting.